guys, I'm back. So I got some things put together, and so you're going to need two of these, okay? And these are actually going to be what we put our waterfall on, okay? And the size of these are going to be, you're going to cut it at 3 3/8, okay, by 7 1/2. So you'll need two of these, okay? And if you want to, you can do it at 3 1/4 if you want. But 3 3/8 should be great for both right here and for down below. And excuse my cat as he walks across the area here. So you need one here, and then this other one will go in here, just like that. Okay, and then you will need two of these. Okay, and these are going to be little photo things as well. And this is just a little book that I made by 8 7/8. So 8 7/8 by 3 1/2. Okay, so one of those. So 8 7/8 by 3 1/2. And that one we're going to score. So that one is going to be scored at you're going to score it at 4 3/8 and at 4 5/8. So score it at 4 3/8 and then 4 5/8. Okay, and that's just going to give you a little tiny book. Just like that for our waterfall. Okay, and these little books are actually going to go right where our passports went. Okay, so they're going to go right in there just like that. And then in here, I thought we would go ahead and make like a little booklet. So, and it's going to be, I don't know, I call it a tri-booklet. So like it folds this way and then over this way, and then it opens. So you have here, here, and then here. So I thought for that we would do another little booklet. And so for that, we will need a bigger sheet of scratch paper. So I just kind of grabbed whatever I had in my scratch piece of paper area, guys. And okay, so then for this little pocket right here, okay, I thought it would be fun to do like a little fold-out book that we could just add little pictures to, or you know, we could make some little pockets or whatever you want to do with this one, and you would go ahead and that would fit perfectly in there just like that. Okay, and our book would still close. Okay, so I thought that would be a really good idea, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So again, this right here is going to be 4 1/2 by 10. Okay, and you are going to score. Your score marks are actually going to be your score marks are going to be at 3 1/4 and at 3 1/2, and then at 6 5/8, and then at 6 7/8 is where your score marks are going to be for this little trifold little folder, okay, that we're going to do. And then, so I will have measurements for each item on the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting more stuff together. So for this one here, I'm going to do this side first. This is going to be a waterfall. So that's what that's going to be. And then here, I thought it would be fun. I mean, if you want to, you could put, you know, several different tags in this area here with pictures or for journaling, whatever you want to do. And I thought that I would leave these lines here because they're already lined, and it's great for journaling. Usually I add plain paper on the back for journaling if there's a image back here, but there's not an image. So I thought that this would be fun for journaling. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and put this. I'm going to go ahead and put a few tags right in through here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and punch some holes in them. I might put a little bit of ribbon on them, but not a bunch, because our folio, or our little now folio, won't close. So so I thought just going ahead and I don't know if I'm going to put any on here or not. I might just go ahead and put like a decorative brad or something on here. Okay. So so then on this side here, before we start the waterfall, I want to go ahead and show you what I want to do with that, because I thought it would be like super, super fun. So this is actually going to be turned into a little fold out for pictures. So I thought that it would be fun if we just go ahead and cut this out. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to score down where each line is. We're going to score that. Okay. Well, this would be super fun. All right, so there is our little text spots for all of our pictures. So all of our pictures will fit right up in there, just like this. So if you have like little, one of those little printers that you know, that you can print out like 2x2 pictures or whatever, 2x3 or whatever. I think this would be like super cute. So, and then to close this, so again, if you wanted to open it, you know, you would just tie it. And I'm not going to tie mine like, you know, super tight or anything, but I just want to make sure that it's closed. Okay. So just like that, I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm just going to cut my ribbon down just a bit, so it's not so long. So there you go. And then, of course, this is going to fit right in here where we had our credit cards and such. So that, and I might even have to cut down the ribbon because, you know, that might stick out a bit. I don't know if that will, no, it won't interfere with the closing of it. So that's where that will go. And then here we will just add some little, some tags back there. So, and then on these tags, again, I just thought it would be cute just to put brads in those. So if you have brads, you get those out. And I'm just going to use some of these. So I'm just getting a few out. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and poke these in there, just like that. Just in the middle. And I'm just going to go ahead and close it, just like that. Super simple, easy. And, you know, you can always poke holes in there if you wanted to. And then here's my other ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick all 3 of these, and then I can pick this one on top, and then I can go ahead and stick all 3 of those right where we had our driver's license. Okay, and so there we go. So I'm not sure if they're not just going to fit in there just because of the brad that's sticking out. Maybe if you had one, yeah, if you have 1 or 2 maybe in there, they might fit. Just like that. But I don't know if having 3 of these in here would work. So that's okay. We could always stick these on top of here. So now we're going to go ahead and start on our waterfall, okay, that slips in the back of here, okay. So for your waterfall, you are going to need that 7.5 inch paper by 3 3 3/8. Okay, and like I said, you'll need 2 of those. So, okay, so for our little 7.5 by 3 piece of paper, okay, which is going to be the folio. We're going to do 3 by 4 pieces. So actually you're going to cut it at 4.5. So you will cut it at 3 inches and then you'll cut at 4.5. So that 1/2 inch mark is actually what you're going to score on your scoreboard to make your waterfall. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and get that. So you will need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and cut 4, and that will give you 8 pictures. Okay, so you're going to cut it 4.5, and then if we need to cut one more, we will do that. So I think that's going to be plenty. So because again, you're going to score it at 4 or at 1/2 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe you can cut one more. So let me grab some more of those. Alright. So now we're going to score these at 1.5. Or not 1.5. We're going to score them at 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch here. Okay. And 1/2 inch all the way down. Okay guys, so now that we're done cutting our all of our items for our waterfall, next we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a sheet or a piece of paper on the back of this here. So before I lay my waterfall items down, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little designer paper on that. And let's see here. This one is cute. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So there is a nice little border right there, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all of that, and then I will be right back. Okay, guys, so our after you glue your mat on, okay, on your little waterfall edging here, we're going to go ahead and make a little what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I can't think. You're going to make a little strip of paper that will close it. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do here. And so for that, you'll need another little strip of paper. And your strip of paper will be about 8 by 1 inch. Okay, so 1 inches. No, that's fine. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and you're going to score, or if you want to, just bend it at that mark right there. You're going to lay it down flush with the end, or actually you're going to bring it up just a bit. I'm sorry. Just a bit, because we're going to need a little piece down here, about a half inch, I think, and from down here to go ahead and put like a little clover piece. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead and bend that. Okay, and go ahead and just burnish that down. And I don't know where my other bone holder went. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and put that there, just like that. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of paper that is, since this is 1/2 inch, or I mean it's a 1 inch, you're just going to cut it at 7/8 inch. And by, you don't have to cut it by 8 because half of that is down on the other side, so you'll just cut it at 6 3/4. So 7/8 by 6 3/4. Let's see if I have one. You might have one already, so like I have one here that's 1 inch by 7. So like I can go ahead and just use this piece right here. So you make it at 7/8. So just like that, and then you can go ahead and and there is your waterfall tab. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a you can grab I was thinking one of these, but I don't know if I don't think they're big enough. So this would be fun. Go ahead and grab this right here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put this on a scratch piece of paper, and we're going to cut that out. You're going to need another brad. Okay, so that will be fun. Okay, so then you'll need another brad. You're going to go ahead and cut this out, just like this. In order for this to work, okay, we actually need to go ahead and shorten this. So to shorten it, what we're going to do is, since we already glued this on, okay, you can actually go ahead and just cut it. Okay, and then we're going to score it here, and that's going to be about a 1/2 inch. or it may be more. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Let me see if this is on here like this. And that's there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about a 1/2 inch. Yep. So you're going to go ahead and cut, and I'm not cut, but score a 1/2 inch right here. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to bring my scoreboard over. And we're going to score a 1/2 inch right there. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and back this right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue back there. Just set it on top of that other part that we had glued down before. I think that's good. Okay, so there is my little guy. Okay, and then this is just going to sit just like this. So this is going to flip up like this, and then you can just tuck it right in there just like that. Okay, so you're actually going to only glue the bottom half of this. Okay, if you want it to turn, you can just glue down this one part right here. But I think it looks cute just like this. I don't think it needs to turn. Not like a mechanism, you know, because it's a circle. So I think it looks really cute just like that. So yeah. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and put down our little guys here. And the mats for these are going to be 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and get your mats cut, you can cut 10 of those, because I think that these will all fit on here. So we'll do it here like this one. One. And then the 5th one will fall underneath here, which is fine. So you can always just lift that up, and so it'll just fall right underneath there. Okay, so yay. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward while I'm cutting out my mats, okay? guys, I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and start assembling this now. And I forgot, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and decorate this too with a strip of paper. So, you know, if you want to go ahead and just cut one out. And I didn't think about it until after I got my, was doing my waterfall. And then I was looking at that and I was like, oh, we need to cut that out. So yeah, that's going to actually be, again, since we glued that down, that's going to be at 6 1/4. So 6 1/4 by 7/8. Okay. So 6 1/4 by 7/8. Okay, so just like that. Okay. So there we go. So that is done now. So then my next one, okay, so I put mine in order already on how I want them. And so this one's going to be my first one. And I'm going to put glue here. Now, if you're new, this is a waterfall, and this is how you do one. And then I just go ahead and I just pick the middle part, and I kind of try to leave a border at the top of mine. You know, I know that there's a new way that people are doing their waterfalls, and Tamara over at Scrapbookers showed us kind of how to do it, and I'm not really sure how to do it, so something that I need to I need to do on my own, but it looks pretty cool, so I really want to try to get that one down. That one looks pretty neat. So it's like you slice, I don't know, the paper, and then you add your little mechanism inside of the little slit that you do on the paper, and that's pretty cool. So that may be on our next project that we do. So you are actually going to make another one of these. So this is the first one we're doing, and so you'll need to do again another mat that is 7 7.5 by 7.5 by 3 and 3 3 3/8, I think it was. So I'll get the measurements for sure. But the measurements that we were doing for this one will be the same for the other side when we do them. So you'll just go ahead and make 2 of these. So if you wanted to, once you know, while you're cutting out the other ones, you could just cut out everything all together if you wanted to do that. This right here is going to give you 10. So if we do another one like this, that'll give you another 10 places to put your photos. Plus we have another 3 books that we were going to do. So that will give you plenty of spaces for your photos. So this one here at the bottom is just going to tuck right underneath that little circle, just like that. This is going to tuck right underneath that little circle, and that is going to be your closure for your waterfall. So I didn't do any ribbons on these because since they're going to be inside of this area here, I didn't want anything to poke out or just distract from trying to fit in there. So that is going to fit right in there, you guys, just like that. Okay, and then your book will close. And then again, to pull it out, you'll just grab it and it will slide right out for your pictures. So this side is done. Yay! So again, with your little pocket for your change and stuff, you can go ahead and put memorabilia in there. If you have little trinkets or whatever that you got from places that you visited, you're more than welcome to just put those in there. Or if you wanted to, you could put little pictures in here, or whatever I thought would be really cute. So next we're going to do this side. Again, we're going to go ahead and do our little folio, or our little waterfall on this. And these here are our little photo booklets. So that will go to the side. Again, we will go ahead and we will map this, and I will fast forward through this part. Since we've done this one already, it's pretty easy. It's the same thing, okay?